the instructions and teachings of Yah, the Torah. Okay? Exodus 21:5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Okay? In this chapter, if a man comes in with a wife, he takes her with him. But if he is given a wife, he can't take her, but if he chooses, desires, favors, or loves his master, his wife, and children, then he will say, I will not go free. Okay? So here again, we see choices being made when we see the word love being used. But the word choice really doesn't hold much weight like the word love does. You see, when that word love is being used, it's a harder impact. You know, a lot of people use poets and singers and so on and so forth. They use certain words in certain places because certain words impact people harder than others. You know, we run around here, you know, erasing the word love and just put choice or desire or preference in there, and it really doesn't do what that word love does. Okay? So not that either word is wrong. I'm not stating that either word is wrong, but without knowing the authority of these words, we lean on the blissful feeling of love as opposed to the responsibility of the choice and its purpose. Okay? So what I'm saying is, you know, as opposed to constantly leaning on the emotional aspect of the thing, let's start looking at what these choices and what these desires and these preferences, you know, what the responsibility is behind these things, as opposed to just leaning on, you know, flowers in the garden, you know, so on and so forth, floating on a cloud, blissful thought of love. Okay? Leviticus 19:18, thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh. Okay? This word avenge here, Strong's numbers H5358, Nakam, to avenge, take vengeance, revenge, avenge oneself, be avenged, be punished, to avenge, take vengeance, to entertain revengeful feelings. Okay? The English definition of vengeance is to avenge, vindicate, punishment inflicted in relation of an injury or offense, retribution, what else? Okay. Vengeance to an extreme, excessive degree. Okay. So this word vengeance is obviously a course of action made by a choice. Okay, let's look up this word grudge. Strong's numbers H5201. Natar, to keep guard, reserve, maintain, to keep, maintain, to keep. Okay, so we see here Yah is telling, do not choose to avenge or hold the thoughts, but choose, prefer, love your neighbor as yourself, because obviously we don't want ill for ourselves, okay? Unless we don't love ourselves, unless we don't choose ourselves, or unless we don't desire ourselves, unless we don't prefer ourselves, okay? It's that old saying, doing unto others as you want done unto yourself. A lot of people, you know, we've lost that saying. Generation after generation after generation, we lose these simple principles, and now it's just, you know, hey man, you know, he shot me, so I'm gonna go shoot him, you know. Well, you know, I mean, you know, if regardless if somebody shoots you or not, if you don't like being shot, then, you know, choose for yourself. Choose for him as you choose for yourself. And if I choose that I don't like to be shot, well, don't shoot somebody else. Okay? Deuteronomy 7:7. Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. Okay? Here love is a different Strong's number. So let's check it out. This love here is Strong's numbers H2836. Hashak. To love, be attached, to long for. Okay? To long, to be attached, or to long for. Okay? Let's go to the scripture for all interlinear. The same verse, Deuteronomy 7:7. Not from to be many of you from all the people he was attached, Yahweh in you, and he is choosing in you that you, the little one, from all the people. Okay? So basically what Yah is saying here, I am attached to you. Okay? Because you are the least of all the people. Alright? Beginning in Psalms 18:1, the Strong's numbers begin to change more often than any other for the word love, and most of the definitions have to do with an emotion more than a choice. So we can see a fair balance of choice and emotion having to do with the idea of love. The idea is not to do away with the emotion, but it is to be responsible for and uphold the choice we make. Not to build on emotions to receive the purpose, but to build on the purpose to appreciate the emotion. Okay, so this is basically the idea that I'm trying to present with this presentation. Psalms 18:1, the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of Yahweh, who spake unto Yahweh the words of this song in the day that Yahweh delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Saul. And he says, I will love thee, Yahweh, my strength. Okay, Psalms 4:10, how fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse. How much better is thy love than wine, and the smell of thine ointments than all spices. Okay, I have more verses, but to cut it short, I'm going to skip them. Okay, here we see the Strong's numbers begin to change back to the idea of choice as love. Okay, so the two previous verses had more to do with an emotion. Right, with an emotion. So now let's read more of a love that has to do with a choice. Psalms 31:23. O love Yahweh all ye his saints. For Yahweh preserveth the faithful, and plentiful rewardeth the proud doer. This word love here is back to Strong's numbers 157. Okay? Psalms 40:16, let all those that seek thee rejoice and be glad in thee. Let such as love thy salvation say continually, Yahweh be magnified. Okay? So my understanding is, let such as choose, prefer, desire thy salvation. Okay? Once again, the Strong's numbers for love changes here in this verse. Okay, so let's read that. Psalms 91:14. But he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Alright, so this word here, love, is 2836, hashak. Okay? To be attached, to long for. Okay? So let's read this again. Because he has attached himself upon me. Okay? Therefore will I deliver him. And this is what happened. We attach ourselves to Yah. We do what he asks of us. Everything that revolves around our lives is Yah. And you know, there's a good chance we'll be delivered by Yah.